Yatra pratibha avsar prapnotihi. Well, that means where talent meets opportunity. It's the tagline of Indian Premier League, and believe me, this season 2025 has not been any different. More than 50 games have been played. Less than 20 matches are left before we move into the playoffs. And apart from those thrilling contests and exciting super overs, there have been fresh faces, raw talents who kept on, showing up and left us mind blown. And today we are going to speak about them. Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of the CN podcast. I am Akash Biswas, your host. And today joining me in this discussion, my dear colleague Rudransh Khurana.
Hi Akash bhai. Yeah, perfectly described. I think it is a lot about these. Every time, every IPL season, these are the players that bring out the excitement because we are used to seeing international stars in international cricket and bilaterals in World Cups. But when you come here, you see them perform and you hear their stories. And I think that is one important thing about them as well. They are very interesting, very wholesome stories, which is something we are here to discuss as well.
Absolutely, and behind every successful performance or shot to fame kind of thing, there is a story of struggle. And today, as you said, let's speak about the debutants. Who made this IPL season memorable. So. Starting up with first name Vipraj Nigam, the Delhi Capitals' new find this season, a spin bowling all rounder, shot to fame last year in the UP T20 League, played for Lucknow Falcons, if I'm not wrong. There he picked up 20 odd wickets in the season. And then that has been his journey from there to now Delhi Capitals. And here you also see, whenever you need wickets, you call him, he will deliver. Even if you need runs, he is there because he has those kind of shots in his textbook, right?
Yeah, perfect. I think he's an excellent all-rounder, and the biggest thing that we have seen covering matches in Delhi is like how much responsibility Akshar Patel gives him. In the last match against Kolkata Knight Riders here, they gave him an over ahead of Kuldeep Yadav. They kept Kuldeep to 3 overs and gave him an extra over, which just shows that he is 20. He doesn't look 20, but he brings some that maturity and that experience even at this age. And I think that has come from how he has come up. His family used to work a lot. There has been a lot of hard work gone behind him. His mother used to travel to get him to coaching. His father used to work extra so that he earns enough money so that he can fulfill his cricketing career. And then he wasn't even a we see him as a leg spinner. He wasn't even a leg spinner until under 19 cricket. He was a batter, out and out batter. It was in just in the under 19 trials that there were so many batters that the selector asked if someone wants to bowl and try out their hands in the nets, and he just raised his hand up and he tried, and the ball turned so much that they said that we have found our next big talent. That's how, just 2 or 3 years ago,
He
that
had luck in his side.
yeah, exactly, luck and being there at the right time and having that natural
Absolutely,
talent.
yes.
And now see, look at him. That is the kind of story that IPL brings to us, and he's a brilliant talent. I think with the how much he can turn the ball, how hard he can hit in the lower order, he can be a big all rounder.
And also the kind of success that DC have endured this
Yeah,
season. Vipraj Nigam is one of the strong pillars
exactly,
of that setup.
exactly.
Now, as we speak of Delhi and Delhi boys, so moving on to the next name, and more than his performance, his celebrations have become the point of discussion. I'm talking of Digvesh Singh Rathee. Uh, I spotted him last year in the Delhi Premier League, the
Yeah,
inaugural edition of the Delhi Premier League. From there, he just made his way to the biggest stage, IPL, and what we have heard that he is a big admirer of Sunil Narayan,
yeah,
and in the Delhi circle he is known as the mystery spinner, and what he has been doing for Lucknow Super Giants tells volume about his capability, and also the celebration I talked about that also speaks about the confidence he has.
exactly. A lot of people are trying to see it negatively, but I see the confidence, and I see confidence in those celebrations, and the fact that he has continued despite the despite the fines. I think it just shows how confident, how expressive he is,
Yeah.
and I think he deserves that because, like Vipraj, he also wasn't a mystery spinner. He was an off spinner, and he he had a lot of injuries, a lot of setbacks early in his early career, but he continued to work hard. That's all what everyone says about him. That he's a very big hard worker. He is not as expressive as you see him on the field. It's just he's very determined to perform for his teams,
And has
and
also suffered a lot of injury blows
yeah,
as well during his
exactly.
career.
Exactly. He has suffered a lot of injury blows and he has come back stronger. Then he developed those googlies and now through DLPL as you mentioned, he's shown there and the team took up and LSG took a punt on him and look how he's going.
Next name on our list is Priyansh Arya. Quite shy guy, doesn't talk much. His bat does the rest of the talking. And that kind of season he has, because he also, comes from this Delhi Premier League setup. Last year, he became a part of history, smashed six sixes in that tournament in an over. And then along with Ayush Badoni for South Delhi Superstars,
Yeah.
the team posted a score of 300 plus.
Yeah.
And now when he bagged a multi-million contract, more than 3 crores from Punjab Kings, became a talking point, because he has someone, it's very rare when you see an uncapped player making debut for a franchisee, and the franchisee making sure that this particular player will play all the games.
Yeah.
And you see that has been the track record of Punjab Kings this season, right from game number 1 to, I think they have played 11 matches, 10, 11 matches.
Yeah.
Priyansh Arya was right there, pairing up with Prabsimran Singh, and the century against Chennai Super Kings. After which, the cricket fraternity across the world, fans across the world, started recognizing that yes, he's there, Priyansh Arya.
Yeah, I think the fact about Punjab Kings, you say, I think it's all on Ricky Ponting. And Priyansh Arya, you and I both, we have been tracking for a long
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
And just his talent was always obvious. And now the wider world thinks and understand that he is one of the best batting talents to come out of India. And it's just, he is so sublime in everything in attacking cricket that it's very hard to find. He times the ball so well. He just knows where the gaps are, and he's just one step ahead of so many bowlers, even international standard bowlers, and that is what it's showing. And even his spin game, his coach Sanjay Bhardwaj used to ask him to stand behind the nets.
Coach of Gautam Gambhir.
Yeah, exactly. When
Yeah.
Gautam Gambhir used to come to their academy, he used to ask him to stand behind the nets and watch him. That's how he developed his spin
Yeah.
game. Gautam Gambhir has even given him a
Kit
kit
bag, yeah.
in his initial years, and I think he still has it. And that's the kind of players that Delhi is seeing. And I think we also have to mention that Delhi cricket, despite so many great players, I think it's time for Delhi cricket also to step up, not just send its best of the players to the IPL.
Absolutely. And viewers, those who want to know more about Priyansh Arya can go to the YouTube channel of Cricket Next and can find multiple interactions of
Yeah.
that player, where in one of those he himself has spoken, that when he was a kid, when he was in his teens, he used to go to the academy and just watch Gautam Gambhir
Yeah.
bat, just observe how India player is batting. So from there, he started developing that mindset of going
Exactly.
against the top class bowlers, what we are seeing in this ongoing edition of the Indian Premier League. And from there, getting recognized by the player whom he was observing for so long.
And it also shows you that he was always a quick learner, and that's why his batting has continued to just get better and better. He has scored 100, but I think the recent half century he scored, it was even much better. I think that's a great thing about him.
So coming up next is Ayush Matre,
Yeah.
the mid-season injury replacement for Chennai Super Kings. He replaced their captain Ruturaj Gaikwad, and just see, I mean, the last game he was how much? 5-6 runs short of his maiden IPL century.
6 runs short, yeah.
6 runs short of his maiden IPL century. 17-year-old,
Yeah.
and coming from Mumbai cha mulga,
Yeah.
Virar ka ladka, and. He also has an interesting story, right? Family, his mother, parents, mother, father, in fact, grandfather in his
Yeah.
case, have toiled so hard to see their kid, reach at a certain stage. And last season he made his first class debut, and forwarding to IPL. What a great achievement, I would say.
Yeah, it's just there have been so many such beautiful stories. His grandfather used to wake him up early morning every time. His uncle chipped in to help him travel. His father did so much. They used to travel 80 kilometers one way just to get him early coaching. And one thing about him is he is as big a talent as Prithvi Shaw was when he was coming in,
Yeah.
and you can see that. You
Because
can
both
see
of them come from the same zone.
exactly,
Yeah.
and you can see how well he bats. This proper prodigy, proper Mumbai prodigy. We have grown up reading about Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar, and these are the guys that these were how they came onto the stage.
Yeah.
And you can see the kind of opportunity IPL is giving them. If Sachin Tendulkar was coming in at this stage, he would have been that man to score 94 in that match in the IPL. And it's just about he has all the talent in the world. He has all the timing. He has all the temperament. You saw that temperament when he went to hit the six, even at 94. And now it's just about the mentality, the mindset, the family backing him, because with prodigies when they get so much limelight, it creates an issue for them as well because they are not
Of
used to
course.
it.
And we have seen so much examples in the
Exactly.
past
We have
as
seen
well.
so many examples. It's about his family, his teammates, and I think CSK in that way is the perfect franchise to be in because they will shield him from those kind of
Of
things,
course.
and they will
And
keep him grounded.
spoke about being a prodigy. Now
Yeah.
the next name on our list, it
The
is
biggest name.
yeah, the biggest name, the who has become a sensation overnight, I would say. Just for the viewer's perspective, because the hard work obviously goes on, and the 14-year-old boy from Bihar, a batting prodigy, who has not only garnered praises from the legends of the cricketing circle, but our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he also gave him a special mention. And I think viewers might have guessed who he is. He is Vaibhav Suryavanshi, 14-year-old from Bihar, and became the youngest batter to score a century, second fastest 100 in IPL history, and so many records to come. I mean, I was simply mesmerized by watching him, the kind of stroke hitting he does.
Yeah, it's just 14-year-old.
Absolutely.
You kept reminding yourself, and it's still unbelievable that he's just 14. We couldn't even imagine watching the entire IPL match with the permission of our parents when we were 14, and he's playing and he's
Absolutely.
hitting the
Very good
second
point you
fast.
here underlined here.
He's hitting the second fastest century in the history of IPL. We have seen Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni bat, and they haven't done it. And this guy comes 14-year-old, hits against one of the best bowling attacks of the competition so far. 35 balls he takes to them. It's just there's just one thing that stands out for me is he's 14 and he has power of a 25, 26-year-old.
No doubt.
He has the
No
bat
doubt.
swing of a 25, 26-year-old, which is I don't think we have ever seen a 14, 15-year-old coming with that kind of bat swing and power. You can see technique, you can see in those videos that Sachin Tendulkar shares on his Twitter, you can see technique and you can see timing, but the power is unbelievable. I think this is the generation of cricketers who are completely T20 bred, where where they are exposed to more and more T20 cricket, hard hitting cricket from the right age, which I think you can tell us more about.
Absolutely. I mean, I spoke to his coach not
Yeah.
once but twice
Yeah.
because he made the situation like that,
Yeah.
that we had to sort his coach. And he said that his father and mother both, paid a huge price. They did all the hard work in making what Vaibhav Suryavanshi has become so far, because
Yeah.
there is so much more to come. So speaking of his story, Vaibhav hails from a village in Samastipur,
Yeah.
and from there, Patna, the capital of Bihar, it's 100 kilometer or 100 plus kilometers
Yeah.
distance. So this father-son duo, they used to travel thrice a week, which I think takes almost 2 3 hours aside. Then the father used to call the local, boys to just bowl at his son, and asking them ki aa jao party dunga. Right. And then they used to come to the nets. They used to bowl at Vaibhav. He used to hit them. And then again, that routine was followed for 2 more days in a week. And his coach, one more thing, what he said, like, the fearlessness
Yeah.
is instilled in him.
Yeah.
I mean, it did not, advise that you should hit the ball like this or that. He was keen to hit the ball. His coach just, polished that feature in him. And now that we saw when he smashed sixes to the likes of Mohammad Siraj, Ishant Sharma, and Kareem Janat, I mean, he won't be forgetting that night ever.
Exactly.
And here what I think, like, now we can relate how the cricket fans would have experienced in the late 80s when
Yeah,
Sachin Tendulkar made his debut.
exactly.
I'm not comparing these two talents because it cannot be at any
Yeah,
cost.
yeah,
It's just a feeling that how you see, a schoolboy, an
yeah.
eighth grader, यार 8वीं क्लास का बच्चा है वो, ठीक है?
10,
And
12 years younger
yes,
than you,
and
20 years younger than you.
and as you said ki at 14 we would seek permission from our parents to watch IPL and
Exactly.
he is smashing records, and that's the feeling यार एक teenager अगर कर सकता है तो why cannot the others do. So that kind of a feeling I'm speaking about. And yes, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, though he endured a duck and a low score also in the last game against KKR, but he has stamped his authority, isn't it?
He has, and now it's our responsibility. It's RR's responsibility. It's the responsibility of entire cricket fraternity in India to protect him, because
Absolutely,
he is
yes.
14, and you have to remember that how great his achievements may be, he will fail. He will have many ducks. He will have many bad nights. He will have many bad performances. He will have very bad runouts. He will have a run where for 10 matches he won't score a run. It can happen. It's still a cricket. It's cricket still a sport, and it happens in sport. It's your responsibility to not uh, put it against him that he's not good enough or he's a fraud or any of those trolls. And it's you have to back him as a person first before a sports person. And I think that will be very important in his journey, because he has already shown that he has everything to be.
Obviously, and testing times ahead.
Exactly, it's just
Obviously,
about mentality, and it's
as
all
he
on
keeps
of us.
as he keeps growing, these will be the obstacles
Exactly.
to cross. Who among these five will be able to make it to the next level, the grander level, which means that the Indian cricket team.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to ask you, who among these five you think will be the first one to be there?
Yeah, you are putting me right on the spot. I think it's a very tricky thing because you never know according to the
Because
team's
age
needs.
also is a factor.
Exactly, yeah. So, but personally, I think it will be Priyansh Arya. I
Hmm.
think he is going to be the competition for the likes of Jaiswal,
Yeah,
Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shubman
absolutely.
Gill in that T20 opening spot. And if the team is finally going to see like these players are ODI players, these players are Test players, then if they want someone in the T20 format, I don't think we have a better talent than him currently. And I think his call up will be uh, the
Could be the
most
earliest
could be
one.
the earliest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all from our side and from this episode. But the IPL isn't over yet, and we'll keep on bringing all the latest updates, all such interesting stories. But we request you at the same time that keep watching us, keep following us, keep showing love to us, and stay tuned with Cricket Next.